Everything looks different now. This time around, I'll leave you lonely.
In my previous video, we spoke about the coming Civil War and the role that California will most likely play in it. I think this is something that everybody kind of expects. But there is something else. Information that dropped today at Infowars.com that I'd like to discuss, and I'll link the video and the article below so that you can go and watch it. I strongly suggest you go and watch this. And that is that George Soros and his little minions are planning to initiate the Civil War this summer, specifically in May of this year, when the weather gets a little warmer. All right, so they're going to call it the American Spring. Keep in mind that they've been very successful with the Arab Spring. They tried to do the spring in China. China squashed that thing like a bug. But in America, I believe that they're going to initiate it. And then what they're going to do is they're going to bus in, and I think that they're starting to do this now. They're going to bus in at least 3 million people to Washington, D.C. And what they're going to do is that they're going to force the President of the United States to either start arresting a lot of people, or they may actually, if they're crazy enough, try to actually forcefully take the White House. Now, they're going to shut down businesses, create riots. They're going to intimidate, and they're going to have the whole world watching. And then, of course, the Republicans in Congress are going to call for Trump's impeachment. They're waiting. What they're doing is they're creating an atmosphere waiting for him to make a mistake. So they want to politically assassinate him, because if they physically assassinate him, you're going to have 100 million registered gun owners go fucking apeshit. And we are not going to come together and strategize. No. People already have the list of their targets, and they're going to go and they're going to act alone. And you're going to start to see massive shootings across the United States, and that will also trigger a civil war. So there are many possibilities for the Civil War to be triggered. Not that I'm advocating it. If you've read anything that I've written, I've spoken against having a civil war. I believe it was Sun Tzu that said that the best war that a country can have is no war at all, right? I'm probably paraphrasing him. But essentially, every war is costly. You shouldn't have one if you can afford not to have one. And the most costly of all wars are, of course, civil wars. But I wanted to put out this information and have a discussion with you guys. It is a serious threat. We have threats from the deep state, which are people who are bribed, people who are compromised, usually through child pornography or through pedophilia. We have the Republicans via the Bushes, and of course via Dick Cheney, Darth Vader himself. How is that guy still alive after a third bypass I think he had? Well, whatever. And then, of course, you have the George Soros, the three factions that are actively trying to take down not just the Trump presidency, but the United States as a whole. In other words, they're trying to take down our home. What our parents fought for, what my father fought for, what my grandfather, what my great-grandfather fought for. They're trying to take this away from us. But the good news is, there is something we can do. We can become informed. If we know that they're going to do this, block it. Speak about it. Do not give it enough, in other words, do not give it the importance it deserves, but understand it. That means talk to your friends. Tell them, hey, they're planning this for May. They're planning this. You guys need to be aware that you're being used. So tell your friends, tell your loved ones, tell anyone and everyone that will listen. Do not be a part of this. Do not be a part of the problem. If you plan to attend this march against Donald Trump, understand you're being used. You're not trying to further your agenda. These people don't care about your agenda. They don't care about you. They don't care about LGBT, QABZ, or whatever it is that they keep adding letters to it. They don't care about gay rights. They don't care about female rights. They don't care about Islam. They don't care about any of those things. The only thing they care about is, do they have the power? Yes or no. And they don't want you to have the power. Become educated, understand, read, speak about it. Speak intelligently about things. Don't just speak intelligently. Understand the issues so that when either a snowflake comes up to you or one of these activists comes up to you and starts yelling at you, you can inform them. Nothing is worse than the truth for these people. Again, thank you very much for listening. Again, spread the word. Give everyone this information. Let them know. Let them be informed. Thank you.